Hello Guardians, Ship here. What is going on? Today we are going to talk some strategy guide and Trials of Osiris. So first thing you'll notice is that myself, the Purple Hunter, and the Yellow Warlock are both wearing exotics that allow us to revive quicker. Only 2 of the 3 players on the team have to be wearing it in order for all 3 to utilize that. So please take advantage of that. It is so helpful. So here we go. We're using a map on Thieves' Den. This one obviously was from this past weekend, and I know that this strategy was really effective for us in this map. But overall, I feel like these strategies should work on almost all maps. So here we go. First game, we've gone right, and they are immediately pushing. Unfortunately, one of us already was down, but already back up. And they are pushing. So we know that we're playing against an aggressive team, and they have at least one really good sniper. So we have to be careful here. So one's down here. You can tell the fact that they're aggressive, that it kept us on our heels, right? So you can see us, kind of the ebbs and flow to this match, and already we're kind of a little off balance because they're so aggressive. So this guy flanks. It was a good flank. Fortunately, we had that dot on there, and oh. I just took a beating. Perfect. Enjoy that, guys. It's pretty funny. Back up. And right now they have one man down, and then we finally decide to push because we realize that they're dictating the terms of this match, and that's not going to go too well for us. So we push forward a little bit, get out of that little nook, because that's not ideal to be in those types of environments. And we got this game. So you'll notice that we're going to go right again here. So I'll let you see what happens.
Team is in the lead.
So right side, we decide to get out of that hallway. We push forward a little bit. Ooh. Once again, we're reminded that they do in fact have a good sniper. Grenades. So those are really important. We both go down as they pushed us, as we mentioned. 2 aggressive, 1 sniper. So this is a good team. We know that we're in for a strong match here against these guys. So they take us out here. So the next thing you'll see now, and this is one of the most important things for a strategy, is, as I mentioned, keeping the other team off balance. You saw what happened to us when we were off balance. So let's try and flip the table here. So we decide to go left. It's clear that they have a strong sniper and 2 really aggressive people who are going to be flanking. So let's not feed into their game plan. When you're playing on their terms, you're probably not going to be having a good time, and vice versa, right? So we knew that we had to flip this on them because they did have a bit of momentum to start this match. We won the first game, but they easily could have been up 2-0 right now. So we flank. We're at their spawn right now, obviously. And the door is up. And here we go. The fun begins. So right now, I think they were expecting us to go back to where we were. I find a lot of teams in Trials keep the same strategy the whole way through. Just because it worked against one team in one game doesn't necessarily mean that it'll work against every team. So that's something to keep in mind and some food for thought. Is constantly changing up what you're doing in terms of strategy and all that. So you'll notice we went left, and that did throw them off. We took the one guy down. Other guy goes down, so now we're 3 against 1. And Buddy's going to come around the corner, try and get the revive. We're all 3 there. He came to us. We had 1 on the flank, 2 there watching the ghosts. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 2-1 for us. So you'll notice that one little change up really switched the momentum in our favor. Because like I said, the first 2 games, we didn't look too strong. They looked really strong. So, you go from being worried to, okay, we can do this. So it's 2-1, close game, really important round here. We go back right because, like I said, we don't want to have any tendencies. And you'll notice already, well, obviously sniper in position as always, but they're not pushing as far forward as they did that first game. So we retreat back, squirt with a beautiful snipe, ghost mutt, clutch revive. That was an amazing revive because now we go from being 2-2 to 3-2. So big advantage for us there. I decided to shoot off those grenades, which you can do, in case you didn't know that, because those lightning grenades are a nightmare. So if you'll notice the difference between the first game and this game, notice how they're not as aggressive. Obviously, they just push forward to get the revive there. But already we could tell that we're kind of getting in their head a little bit. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant. It's just this is a mind game. And we know that. Trials of Osiris is obviously deeply skill-rooted. But, you know, I would say that there's more than half of this game is just pure strategy. So there we go. We can tell now they are, in fact, off balance. So we push forward. You know, great res, couple of good grenades, and just keeping our bearings. And now it's 3-1. Heavy round. So I find a lot of teams will just go for the one closest to them. So what we normally do is we send 2 people to that heavy and 1 to the other. So you know, Ghostmud and I were in charge of this heavy for the whole weekend, and Squirt would take out the other one. So and we found this match here. Obviously, it wasn't too heavily contested, but we found that we were winning, you know, probably 90% of those rounds because of the fact that we would split up and put some heat and fire on it. Because if it's just a rocket battle, then it's a crapshoot, and I don't like my odds in that. I'd rather have control. So 4-1, what once seemed like a really intense, challenging match, we've quickly turned the tide and are up 4-1. I decided to go for the flank. You're up by 3. You can lose a game here. It's not the end of the world if you do. So decide to push, and we go up by 2. And there she goes, 5-1 finish. That's it. And these guys are a good team. I'm sure I know that at least one of the players on the other team went flawless at some point as he was wearing the emblem. Great sniper, good shooting. So they were a strong team. So that game shouldn't necessarily have been 5-1, but here we are. So one thing to note for sure, and what's most important, is that you keep them off balanced, and I think that'll go a long way in you know having some success in this. It is pretty challenging. There's a lot of good players in this tournament, so I figured I'd sample this match as it wasn't our best match, but I found that it was a great match to watch. Given, you know, it really exemplified some of the strategies that we use. I'd wish you all the luck in your trials endeavors this coming weekend and moving forward. That's it for me, guys and girls. Till next time, ship it, say adios.